Hi, this is Saintjerome of Crypto Experiences, and I'm bringing you another crypto experience. And I'm really sad today. Something just died. My best friend, man. He's so sad like me because he's the one who died. Who is he? On June 9th of 2024, my good friend Ben Franklin died on the petrodollar. He is in anguish his last few moments before the petrodollar that we have enjoyed since June 9th, 1974, the United States has gone bust. Back in the end of 1973, Richard Nixon and Henry Kissinger made a secret deal with Saudi Arabia that they would trade only in US dollars, thus pegging the US dollar to oil and giving rise to the petrodollar. So we used to be backed by gold and silver, and then we had fiat currency backed by nothing. So really, it was backed by no solid product or no GDP or gold, silver, whatever. But it was backed by military strength and our deal with Saudi Arabia. Here is the signing of the petrodollar that is now dead in June 9th of 1974. Raise your hand if you were there. Well, I wasn't there, but I remember it very well. So, yes, I was hype at that time period. I'm that old. So we are seeing the death of the petrodollar. It has now officially died. Image to get that. So we were backing all oil sales, and now we are not. The Middle East is dumping us. The oil producers are dumping us. The BRICS nations are dropping the petrodollar. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and there, folks, we've talked about this in other videos, but there's a ton more coming on board on this. So the Western countries are being isolated, and they're going to have trouble buying anything. The United States is going to have trouble importing whatever they want to import. People are now starting to stop taking our dollar bills in our currency. So what are we going to do? We've been ruling the world with the SWIFT system. What's the SWIFT system, you ask? The SWIFT system is how the West has moved money, and money was moved around the world. Well, what's wrong with that system? Well, there's a whole bunch of middlemen, and if you wanted to send money, it cost you a lot of money, fiat currency, to send your money. And that is going away just from the SWIFT system. The BRICS nations are developing their own system, and they just may need what this channel is all about, and that is cryptocurrency. And we're going to come to what there is some possible solutions, and probably will be solutions to that. But first, let's take a little public announcement time out. Here are my friends, Clint Westwood and Litecoin Lisa. They are getting ready to have a happy hour event in Metamora, Illinois on June 21st. So that's coming up in about a week. It's Friday, June 21st. It's free to attend. Donations are welcome. Crypto meetup from 4 o'clock on question. A live happy hour broadcast from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. Central Time in the room on 110 East Mount Vernon Street in Metamora, Illinois. Metamora. There's going to be a carnival in town, and the all sorts of rides and fair food and good things to do in a small town America. And also, you're going to learn about a little bit of crypto, and Clint will maybe even hook you up with some crypto in a new wallet. So the room is the name of the bar in Metamora, Illinois. Podcast starting at 4:30. Get there a little bit early so you can see the podcast and be part of the live experience. It is a lot of fun. Well, we've talked about before, but what can you do to take advantage of the fact that petrodollar is dying, is dead actually, and that the Swiss system is going to go soon too? Well, the XRP community from Ripple Labs is betting on the fact that XRP is going to be used to move transactions between countries. Perhaps what we need to do then in the West is have a pile of XRP so that that can be accepted in trade with for oil or for other goods. We've talked before, the XRP is kind of like gold, and we believe it's going to be for big transactions, maybe between countries. And then it's a compadre in the anti-SWIFT system in the 1,222 compliant tokens is XLM or stellar lumens, and it should be moving maybe smaller contracts and smaller amounts of money, both of which will move incredibly fast at very little cost. Not like the Swiss system where you have to pay lots of bucks. So XRP, I believe, will be very important. My friends in Litecoin family, some of them kind of look at it like, oh, it's a banker coin. And well, that may be true, but might be one you want to get and have in your bag. Now, I believe in diversification. So that is one crypto, and I think it's an important one. I think XLM is too. There's other 222 compliant tokens. I think I knew at one time there's 7, and maybe there's more now in total that are going to be there. But these are the big two. So not financial advice, but one might want to get at least a small bag of both of these, and they're relatively inexpensive. XRP is under 50 cents, and I know XLM, I think last time I looked was under 10 cents. If you want to purchase XRP and XLM, Caleb and Brown is a good solution. I've been dealing with them for a long time. Their discount codes are down below. I'll get a little credit for that, and you'll get a good deal, 3.5% permanent credit. Not financial advice, but I don't use Coinbase anymore. Kind of frown. It was tough on me and my friends, and I got tired of dealing with it. What is like Bitcoin, only faster? It is Litecoin. It is as fast as lightning. It is very fast. By the way, Litecoin Summit in July this year in Nashville. So that might be something to look up. It's right before that other coin, the Bitcoin. Now, I'm not anti-Bitcoin, and I think Bitcoin is going to be used in governments quite a bit coming up. El Salvador has proved its good usage, and I think in the near future, Bitcoin may be used for transactions instead of the U.S. dollar, right? U.S. Treasuries. Matter of fact, ex-President Trump, he says when he's back as president that after this next election, that we're going to be mining Bitcoin and we're going to try to get all the Bitcoin produced in the United States. Well, there's a little secret about Bitcoin. Oh, by the way, before we leave Litecoin, it is super fast and cheap, and it has a private layer called Mimblewimble on the core wallet. You can go above the regular layer. When it comes back down on the other side, you don't know who it came from. And when they're talking about central bank digital currencies, this might be a good thing to think about. Having that privacy, and Mimblewimble Litecoin is a good one. There's another one which I'll mention in a few minutes here too, which is good. And I haven't soured on Bitcoin altogether. It still has its purpose. There's a little secret that people forget about, and that's the one on the right. Bitcoin was the first, and this mysterious figure, Satoshi Nakamoto, sorry, he made the white paper that Bitcoin mining came off of. And then Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin, took Bitcoin and the opinion of the Litecoin family and myself, made it bigger blocks, made it faster. It cost very few pennies a cent. Bitcoin, a good store of value, obviously, because it's been over 70,000 recently, right? Where Litecoin's high water mark was near 400. Now it's around 80 bucks or so. But Litecoin is a fork off of Bitcoin. It does everything Bitcoin does. Plus, it's got the privacy feature, much quicker, and it gets to someplace in seconds at very little cost. The last few transactions I made in Bitcoin, I was lucky if I sent any off for $2, and any more, and I had to wait for like 24 hours for that to happen to get that lower fee. So yeah, they kind of zap you. So hey, I want to buy a cup of coffee. Here's my Bitcoin. So anyway, Bitcoin does have purpose. I think it's going to be a store of value and transaction between countries. So this may be how we move goods in the near future while we're looking for something that. So Bitcoin probably and XRP will be the two that will come to the front on that case. But what else can one do in the petrodollar dime? How else can you protect your funds? Not financial advice. If you want to be secret and move your currency around in the background, not saying you should do that at all, but there is a privacy coin and they're trying to slam down on it. It's hard to get it anymore. But Monero is the one. See by the shadowy figure in the background, he's probably buying, I don't know, some chocolates for a sweetheart on Valentine's Day, right? Perhaps. So people think Bitcoin is private and it can't be tracked. Baloney. Everything is on the blockchain. And if you have the right kind of computing devices, you can figure out where it came from. So if you want a privacy coin, Litecoin was an option, and Monero is a very good option. It's very quick. There's still some people who will take that straight up. I know the health ranger, Mike Adams, I think he takes it straight up in his store too. So Monero, and there's a symbol for Monero, is a good choice. Well, these won't help on transactions electronically or digitally at this point, but they can come in handy. So where do I park my money when the petrodollar is losing value time after time after time? Is this going to be like Weimar Germany, where the kids made kites out of the Reichsmark that were several trillion Reichsmark, or when they took a wheelbarrow of marks to the market to try to buy a loaf of bread or something, they came back and someone had dumped all their Reichsmarks on the ground but stole their wheelbarrow. Weimar Germany, they got paid every 2 hours. They ran out to the store to buy whatever they could. By the time they came back, inflation had doubled. And Venezuela has similar problems lately. Uh, all that those bolivares currency just blowing around the streets. It's crazy to see the pictures of that. And the kids are making like jewelry out of it. Yeah, like that. So there've been a lot of cases of hyperinflation in the past, and the US dollar is not immune, especially when it's not pegged to anything. So I do believe that we will get our act together in a certain way, but this is just one man's opinion, but I think we're going through some hard times. So the thing above me here, precious metals, is one way to preserve your value in your what you have worked hard for. Um, I'm not a big fan of vaulting, per se. It's hard to know what to do with it, but keeping it home can be a deal too. So make your best decision on that. The one thing that Bix Weir has said, if things do go south and you have things stored in the vault someplace, um, and another place that is going to be, it could be up for grabs. That maybe security guards will take care of their family. So there's no guarantee. But precious metals is one way to save a little bit of values. So do we need any of that fiat currency? Well, if things go south, it's going to come in handy for a while because people won't be able to figure out when the ATMs don't work and the credit cards don't work, and they will take the green stuff for a while until it just inflates out of the way. Now we've talked before, but to own a piece of gold, wow, it's rather pricey. So the average man, and I'm kind of the average man, uh, I can't afford those 1 ounce coins. They're like 2,300, 2,400, or a premium if something. A lot of money. Now, junk silver, everybody can afford some junk silver. What's junk silver? It's 1964 and below, pre 1965 dollars. These are the coins: dollars, half dollars, quarters, dimes, and nickels during the war year were 40% silver or so. So I think it was 40%. So, but now recently, and it's in a couple of my videos, there is a currency that has embedded 24 karat gold, and really cool. Using that multi-million dollar machine, they actually take a laser and etch the gold into polymer strip, a very strong polymer, and then they put another layer of polymer over the top. And wow, it is an amazing, shiny currency. The one has 1,000th of an ounce of gold in it, 24 karat gold, and the 50 has 1/20th. Now, 1/20th is getting fairly substantial. If that was a coin, it'd be about the size of a 2 peso gold coin from Mexico. So it's got a little bit of size to it and a little bit of that going. Now, these are convenient for bartering, for trading, and they are illegal species tender in 5 states. So states are Utah, Nevada, Wyoming, South Dakota, and surprisingly, New Hampshire. Live free or die, right? In New Hampshire, a very libertarian state. So, what is unique about these is the one has exactly 1/50th of the gold in the 50. So they're not denominated by dollars. I've heard people say that accidentally. They're denominated by the gold. So the dollar amount fluctuates. So the one gold back recently has been anywhere from about, well, I first saw them, they were like $3.60 in value on bartering and trading in the stores, and now it's hovering around 5 all time with the price of gold going up. So if you invested in Goldbacks, they have raised in value quite a bit. Now you can vault these with Alpine Gold if you wish. I have vaulted a few out there. I'm not, I talked about vaulting before, but they have unique plan, and you can actually sync a debit card to it. Now, talking about syncing a debit card, um, it was Goldback. One reason I brought this up, being on their crypto channel, is I had Stephen Hernandez of Buy Gold and Buy Pay, and he is working with others on making a cryptocurrency that is backed by Goldbacks, by gold. And these will be vaulted, and you're able to track your personal pile of Goldbacks that is tied to your card. So that's pretty amazing. A lot of this has been tried before, but I think this has got a real good way to take off and go. So these are some ways to get around that SWIFT system and the death of the petrodollar. And I'll wrap this up now with a goodbye from the Litecoin family. And there is Clint Westwood in the middle holding up Litecoin for all the world to see. And over to the left is Litecoin Lisa. You can tell because her t-shirt says Litecoin Lisa. And there is a cast of good characters. There is Saintjerome in the background wearing his ballet shirt. Uh, and Paulie P right below him, and many, many other fine friends. So come to Metamora on June 21st, and be at the room by 4 o'clock or so to get settled, and be ready for a happy hour from 4:30 to 5:30. I hope this was useful. My whole point of this video was the petrodollar has crashed, and you need to one needs to get themselves kind of together, and cryptocurrency is one way to do it. Precious metals can store some value. Um, and above all, you probably need some supplies for a short amount of time. There's a big mess of people who have been calling and been pretty accurate. The ones that come to mind is a Dick Algeier in the Future Forecasting Group, have been predicting this for quite a while. Cliff High has been predicting it. Bix Weir has been predicting it. Jay Snips, Litecoin family, Bitcoin Ben, Litecoin Lisa, Clint Westwood have been predicting it. Some of the biblical prophets like Julie Green and Kim Clements, Robin Bullock have been predicting it. And anyway, so this could be some interesting times. One man's opinion. I do think we're going to pull out of this, but it may be a while. I'm hearing that best scenario, maybe about 2 months, 1 month to 2 months. Mid scenario, maybe 5 to 6 months, and then bad scenario, about a year. I'd hate to go a year in that system, but as one person says, it could be kind of a near death experience as inflation gets out of control and crazy things are happening. So, anyway, please hit a like and subscribe. I always forget to do that right off the bat. I have a lot of good discounts, especially that Caleb and Brown. That can really save you some bucks, and very nice people to work with over there too. Get your own broker and a lot of other things too, ballet wallets, etc. down below. So thank you very much for watching once again, and I hope to see you this weekend. Goodbye.